I was presented with some insight and support, behind the scenes. My good friend, thank you, Sean, for lending this insight. And that insight brings me to a challenge that out of my calling for leadership, wherever I go, I have to follow the direction of the purpose and not my ego. The purpose and not my ego. My ego wants to take the burden off of my back. Of having to manifest the consistency, the strength, the intensity, even before being appreciated, possibly even recognized, or doing so without feeling that I'm being taken advantage of or taken for granted. Regardless of what challenge it is, obstacles, resistance, I can handle any amount of pressure. I can overcome any kind of obstacle if I can find the clarity. I can get out of the way of my ego. I can get out of the way of my personal reasons. I can swallow them down. I can put them aside. I can delay them. If I come to the conclusion that my reasons are not on right basis. YouTube videos, YouTube channels, persons like myself will never make it to the mainstream, ever. And if we do, we'll be killed, taken out of here. I'm really convinced that one day I'll get killed. I'm not delusional about that. I think I'll have a short life. But I'm okay with that. However, the algorithm is not going to push a voice like mine. It's not going to push a message like mine. And I could be delusional to assume or think, expect that anybody else would really understand that and help me to put up some kind of fight against it, even with pushing a like button. But here's what a good friend behind the scenes helped me to consider. And in this consideration, it doesn't entertain my ego, it entertains a purpose. So I have access to humility to say, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe after that communication, some people did hit the like button. And YouTube may unlike it. Reverse it. Doesn't apply it. Just like many times people make comments and it's weeks later that I find the comment and I feel bad inside of myself because I don't want anybody to feel ignored, overlooked, neglected, or insulted. So I rush to reply when it's noticed. I imagine that if I were talking in a non-threatening way, if my message were more agreeable, watered down, common, I'd reach everybody. So, what I want to do is I want to take back my decision to privatize my videos and asking a price, because the honest truth is I don't want your money. Never did. If behind the scenes, you schedule for a reading, inquiry, or something of that nature, and it's within my personal time schedule, it takes a great deal of my emotional power to be able to serve someone in that capacity. And it's my pleasure to do it. However, some compensation is required. I can't do everything. Although it's my joy, it does take from my soul's energy to be able to serve in that capacity. And it's always a pleasure for me to do so. And so with saying that, I'm going to step into humility, and I'm going to assume the best and not the worst, and I'm going to set my videos as they normally are without asking a price, because I don't want your fucking money. I never put Cash App emojis and all this shit on my fucking videos, and that's for a reason, because I'm not here for the money. Here for the message. And I would like to believe that one day that you all would see that and you would help me to move the message. I'm not the one who moves it. You guys are the ones who moves it. I know its value, every message, but I don't know if some of you or most of you know the value of the message. Not until after some time has passed and you look behind you and see the value of the message. And that's how it always goes. You don't know until afterwards. So anyway, I'm going to practice and demonstrate humility, and I'm just going to put the videos back as normal. And I just ask for your support, that's all. Don't take from me, don't steal from me without honoring me as I honor you. That's all I ask, and I think that's a simple ask. I think every person can understand that.